I teach plants mostly, but also other introductory biology classes. Garlic mustard is, it looks like a lovely plant. It's got pretty white flowers, and it has these long green things underneath the flowers that actually are busy making seeds. The roots themselves put out a chemical which will kill the fungi, which is necessary for our tree seedlings to survive. It is incredibly adaptable to almost any condition, which again makes it very difficult to actually eradicate. It's an interesting plant, but it's not one that should be here. So we're going to try to get rid of that.
I am a beekeeper, and I also have my own organization called Bee Public, which I started 4 years ago. I spend a lot of my time going into schools, into classrooms, and talking about honeybees, why they're important to us, why they are dying at an alarming rate, and ways that we can help.
Honeybees are undergoing something called colony collapse disorder. That means 1/3 of the hives across the United States are dead or dying.
When they're out and they get sprayed or exposed to pesticides and die or don't make it back, they get confused and don't make it back, then they can't teach the younger bees what to do, and the colony structure collapses.
And they also are losing pollen sources. So bees like lots of different kinds of pollen, and if you plant a monoculture of soybeans or corn, that isn't enough to make a healthy hive. So one of the things we want to do today is we want to plant some interesting trees down by the Butler farm, and we have a hive down there. So we want those bees to have different kinds of flowers to experience.
Don't plant something and then contaminate it with pesticides or other chemicals, and be aware of where you're buying your seeds or your plants, because oftentimes they are contaminated with a systemic pesticide that's in the seed. It's genetically modified to be in the seed and then in the plant through its whole life.
One of the things that we enjoy on this campus and have achieved is called Tree Campus USA, which is the Arbor Foundation. There's a variety of things that you have to be able to show that you are dedicated to trees on the campus, that you have good maintenance, you have good diversity, that you have service learning.
It's bringing to light all of these things that we use and need to survive every day that we don't realize we rely on tiny insects for.
It's a great way to teach that we all are connected, and we need to keep that connection. If you can plant a tree, you have a connection that you can never break.